Welcome to Conscious Coupling, where Frederic Gobeil and Christy Whitman share their experiences of creating a conscious, connected relationship. Every week, they give practical tools, steps, and processes to help you find the loving connection with your partner. Let's get into today's conversation with Frederic and Christy.
Hey, welcome back. This is Christy Whitman.
And this is Frederic Gobeil.
Speaking French the whole time.
Voulez-vous? Bonjour tout le monde. Bienvenue à notre show, The Conscious Connected Coupling.
Why are you talking like that? Just talk normal.
Like I talk to you. Talk normal. Pretend that nobody's listening to us. Alors, ma chérie, comment ça va aujourd'hui? Qu'allons-nous faire aujourd'hui? Après notre recording.
That's so sexy. Hello. Give me a moment. So we're going to talk about how do you know if you're inside the drama triangle. Bom, bom, bom.
When I start speaking French.
No, that's good stuff. So you would know that you're in drama.
What is the drama triangle?
Well, you know you're in drama if you feel bad. That's it. End of show. I mean,
that's it?
If you feel bad, you're in drama.
Feel bad about what?
If you feel any negative thoughts, if you feel any negative emotions, if you're feeling bad in your couple, if you're feeling bad in your family, if you're having bad perspective, just feeling negativity at all, feeling fear, resentment, hurt, frustration, any of those, you don't feel you're free to be who you are, you don't feel you're free to speak what your truth is, if you're feeling anger all the time, you're in drama. See, what happens is that most humans, and this is not the way it is supposed to be set up, most humans have learned a way of relating with one another that is in three roles. And there's literally like 3 points to this drama triangle. There are 3 different roles and 3 different ways you can be set up. It's like as a child, you were given this role. You are going to play the glue, the rescuer. I'm going to play the victim. You are going to play the persecutor. So there's these 3 roles. This is from the Kaplan drama triangle from the 60s. And the one role is the rescuer. Let me help you. Can I do everything for you? I don't want you to be upset, so let me just do everything. Like, let me make sure that I've got things figured out 10 steps ahead of you.
Without asking.
Without asking. Let me just do everything for you. Let me try to anticipate whatever need you're gonna have so that you don't get upset. So let me walk on eggshells. Let me make sure that everything is fine and everything is to your liking. Let me try to control the universe around you so that you're okay. That's playing a rescuer, and it's exhausting. And
for both sides.
Oh God, but to a victim, you can never do enough. You can never show up enough. You can never rearrange the world and control the world enough, because a victim, the poor me, see, nothing ever goes right. No, that's not enough. No, I'm angry because nothing ever goes right for me.
There's always something that comes up, something that needs to be done, repaired.
There's always something to complain about, someone else to blame. So these 2 roles, the rescuer and the victim, they play off each other. And when you're in a rescue role that I'm gonna do everything for you, and then the victim doesn't take your help or doesn't accept your help, or doesn't appreciate your help, then the rescuer becomes the victim. Because look, I've done everything for you. I'm always doing stuff for you. I'm trying to rearrange the world to make you happy, and you're never happy. It's never enough. So now you're playing the victim. Or there's the persecutor. That's the bad guy, right? Or that's bad and that sucks, and complain. The government's this, my boss is this. Everything is bad.
The world is falling apart.
That's also a very angry role, that nothing is going the way I want to, and so I'm going to revenge. I am going to make this person pay for this. I'm going to show that person. That's like the persecutor. It's the place of I'm going to show them, right? Or I'm going to show you. I'm going to make you pay. If you're holding on to resentments for something that your partner did a year ago or 10 years ago, you're playing a persecutor role. Like, I'm not going to forgive you because I'm going to make you pay. It's like it's a form of punishment, right? So when we are in the drama triangle, this is all we know. This is the only way we know how to function. And most human relationships, because most of us were raised in the drama triangle, that's how most people function. Now, when you step out of the drama triangle and you are in this circle of love, this circle of happiness where there is choices and freedom, how do you know you're in the circle of love? You feel good. Drama triangle always feels bad. It's where lack and limitation is. Circle of love, you feel good, you feel free, you're allowing.
And you feel that your choices of what you need to do are being respected, right? The solutions that you come up with are the ones that are being respected. The things that you decide that you want to do are actually being done. It's coming from you. It's not coming from the outside perspective of anyone else.
Yeah, and it is amazing that when you have two very connected people to their own wants, their own desires, to their own, feelings of connection, they both can get what they want in a relationship. Right. It is amazing how that happens, because we think, well, if I'm getting what I want, he's not going to be able to get what he wants. Or if he's getting what he wants, that might be different than what I want. If both people are aligned and connected to the stream of energy, of love, of compassion, of freedom, of abundance, of success, and we have our own individual connection with our divine self, we are so creative that other options that we can't even think of in our minds will come about so that both people can be getting exactly what they want in the relationship. That is freedom. That is living outside of the drama triangle, knowing that, like you said, there are preferences and you respect those preferences. There's options, there's solutions, there's choices. You actually feel free. I at one point, and in all of my relationships, whether it was with my mom, my sister, my dad, boyfriends, friends, always felt very constricted. And there was this feeling of like, I've got to get out of here. I've got to pack a bag. I've got to get out of here. It was like a cutoff almost, because I would feel so like just strangled in the roles I was playing, tired of the roles, tired of playing the victim, or tired of doing everything and feeling like the rescue, and that that nothing I did ever mattered, or being that persecutor where it's like, I'm so mad and so angry at this person. And when I finally learned this information, and even we learned it together in our relationship and got out of it, oh my God, I feel so free to be who I am. And the more free to be who I am, the more allowing he is of me. The more we have just this freedom of love and this beautiful exchange, and the more options and choices and creativity that comes about as a way of doing this.
So is it safe to say that when we're with someone and we feel like after spending so much time with that person, all of a sudden we feel like, oh my God, this doesn't feel good. I'm looking for a way to leave. I want to get away from that person now that I spent maybe a couple of hours with that person, and it just doesn't feel good. The interaction doesn't feel good. That's when we start feeling that we're in the drama triangle with that person.
Yes.
Right. And so look into, all right, what am I feeling? Am I feeling anger? Am I feeling fear? Right? Am I feeling hi? Am I feeling what are these emotions that come up? Right? Is it the emotion of feeling strangled, controlled,
criticized?
'Cause that's how I felt with my mother as well. I've always felt like, okay, I'm feeling controlled. I'm feeling like I'm having. I was saying to my wife is there's a lesson. It's always about having a lesson, and it's
being lectured to.
Exactly. And it's not like it's asked.
Yeah,
There's
it's not
no
like,
permission.
hey, what's your perspective on that? It's just like, well, this is what you need to do, and this is what you should do.
Right. And that was very much like draining, and oh my God, here goes the lecture again, and I have to, and that didn't feel good. And so I had to understand that at first, because I had a hard time understanding I was in the drama triangle also when we started working together with that. what was the drama triangle, and I was so involved in it that it was something that was normal.
So involved in the roles. And so, start to think about yourself in the roles that you play in your family. For me, I played the rescuer. I played the person that had to make sure that dad was okay, and the mom was the victim, and dad was the persecutor. He was the bad guy. And if, oh my God, if I didn't do everything I needed to do to make sure that everything was okay, he was going to get mad and explode, and then my mom would get yelled at. So and then we shift the different roles in there, and it just doesn't feel good. And I will say this, when you get out of the drama triangle and you start learning a new way of relating to one another, one that is truly in divine, because our divine makeup is to be in right relationship, to have an outpouring of love, and to allow it to come back, where everybody wins, everybody has options and choices, and we get to allow. One of the laws that I've been talking about for years of the 7 essential laws is the law of allowing. And if you're in a place of, well, if you would just change, then I would feel better, you are not only not allowing, you are in the drama triangle, because you're expecting someone else to perform or do or say something differently so that you feel a different way. And that is just a recipe for disaster. It's a recipe for a bad relationship. So if you would just change, if you would just make more money, or if you would just take more responsibility, if you would just do more around the house, or if
how many times does that work? Has that really worked?
Right. You change and then I can feel better. No. Choose to feel good. Choose to be in control of your own thoughts, your own emotions, your own alignment, and you automatically are out of the drama triangle. Your joy, your happiness, your connection, your connectedness doesn't depend on anybody or anything. It really is a choice that we make from day to day. And there's people out there that have horrible conditions and circumstances, or have been through horrible things in their lives, or really a lot of things that they've had to overcome or obstacles, and they still find that inner joy.
We all have things in our lives that
Right.
have happened to us, or that are happening to us. I mean,
But it's a decision to be joyful.
Yeah.
Because you could have someone that has everything that's perfect. And I have clients like that. It's like, oh, she's complaining now about the builders, the builder who she's building this big mansion with, all of her money in the bank, and her husband who adores her, and her kids that love her. And, she's complaining and playing a victim about the builder won't call her back. I mean, you could have every condition, and there's always something to complain about. It's where you put your perspective. So you could have everything perfect in your life and still not feel joy. But why not feel joy and create all the conditions around you? You have that power to do that. And so it's a choice. It's an option. That's all you got?
I like to see you talk.
You like to see me talk? Good thing we're together then. My dad, most people don't know this, my dad when I was a kid used to pay me. I would sit there and at the kitchen table, and he would look at me with just pure exhaustion. He would go, I will pay you $0.25 if you are just quiet for 1 minute. And I would last like 10 seconds. I go, is a minute up yet? So I'm glad that you allow me to speak.
Give her the freedom to speak. So this is part of what I call our nucleus in the family, right? So for us, I've always said the nucleus of the family is our energy together, what we create together. Inside that beautiful, loving energy, then everything else that's around us is created from that energy of her and I. And so it's not the other way around. We don't take the energy from like the kids, for example, right? Our kids.
Yeah, we don't try to suck into the kids' energy.
Right. Our kids feed off of our nucleus, and anything else, buying a house, or coming to the studio. We are feeding off of our nucleus, our energy together.
And in that nucleus, it takes two people, right? So it's not like our energy collectively. I bring energy into that nucleus. He brings energy into that nucleus. If one or both of us are off, it shifts everything in our lives. That's why it's so important. Everything must start with your own inner connection and your own choice of how you want to feel and how you want to perceive the world and what thoughts you're thinking, and opening your heart instead of closing down your heart. When you are opening your heart and you're allowing that true energy of love to flow out of you, it connects with your partner. It creates that beautiful nucleus. It extends to your kids, to your animals, to your work, to your money, to your projects. It all starts with this, with our own interconnection. So, and when you're there, you're not in drama. You're out of the drama triangle.
Right, and another way of seeing that you're not in the drama triangle, you're not involved in drama, is that you're creating healthy boundaries. You're not stuck in roles. You know, you're not stuck in the role of brother or sister or husband or co-worker. You know, you're not stuck in that role. You're stuck in your individual. You're not stuck, but you're in your own individuality, feeling what your preferences are. So once you realize all that, you're not in the drama triangle.
We actually have a course that shows people what is in the drama triangle and what is out, and how to actually shift it. That is in the process of being released right now. But to help you even just in the language, one of the things that is one of the ways to know if you're in drama or not is the language that you use. So I would invite you to go to watchyourwords.com, and it's a 30-day process where you learn the words to say and the words not to say, and why, because the language that we use is so important. Words have such creative power, and when we're using words like, well, you should do this with your partner, it doesn't feel good. It never feels good to be should on.
It's like an order, right?
Right.
We're feeling like we have to do this. Really? Do we have to do this? No, we'd rather have a suggestion.
Right, or what are my options, what are my choices? So things like that can help give you tips to get in or out of the drama triangle, and we're going to be launching that very soon, just for couples, how to know you're in or how to know you're out and what to do about it. But for now, if you want more information, you want some coaching, you want some, really how can we dive in together and with the Quantum Council of Light to help you shift your relationships, you can go to connectedcoupling.com. And I appreciate you watching so much. Thank you so much. Any last words that you want to say?
No, I appreciate you also being here with us, and we will see you on the next show.
Absolutely. Leave us a comment. Let us know what's on your mind and what you would like us to address, and we'll be happy to do so in our next podcast. Meanwhile, just remember that being in drama feels bad. Feeling out of drama and into the circle of love feels good, and that you make that choice.
And we want to feel good.
Yes, let's go feel good.
Let's go feel good.
Thanks for listening to Conscious Coupling with Frederic Gobeil and Christy Whitman. If you like our show and want to know more, check out ChristyWhitman.com. And please leave us a review on iTunes. Learn how to turn your partner into your soulmate. Join us again next week for another powerful episode.